Good evening and welcome. You're with Newsfirst, your number one news provider. I'm Shamir Rasooli.
And I'm Shanali De Silva. Let's start off with a look at your headlines.
New laws for migrant workers in Saudi Arabia. Protest calling on the release of the convener of the Inter-University Students' Federation. Cabinet spokesperson reveals the expense incurred for Shogum 2013. And former South African President Nelson Mandela celebrates 95th birthday.
An individual has died following a shooting that took place in the Huludagoda Avenue, Mount Lavinia. Newsfirst reporter Janaka Gomez was on scene and submitted the following footage to Newsfirst.
The police confirmed that the shooting took place this evening. The identity of the deceased is yet to be ascertained. The Mount Lavinia police have commenced investigations into the incident.
Now you too can be a Newsfirst reporter. Simply log on to www.newsfirst.lk/ureport or call us up on 011 489 6896 and register today. Now, we just reported to you a short while ago that an individual has died following a shooting that took place in Huludagoda Avenue, Mount Lavinia. Now, police confirmed to Newsfirst a short while ago that the individual in fact died in a police shootout. Now, Newsfirst, of course, will keep our viewers constantly updated on this story. Taking a look at other local stories now. A uniflow traffic system in Colombo and Maradana and surrounding areas commenced at 6 this morning. According to the police, the traffic plan will be implemented from today onwards.
Vehicles travelling from Maligavatta Road to Armour Street towards Petta need to enter Panchikavatta through Sangarajamavatta and turn right near the Elphinston Theatre and then turn left from the Technical Junction and proceed towards Petta. The police said that vehicles travelling from the Gamini roundabout and Punchiborallo towards Armour Street and Maligavatta Road need to proceed to the Technical Junction and turn right onto Sangarajamavatta and proceed until Armour Street or Maligavatta Road. The police adds that vehicles proceeding from Petta and the court complex towards the Gamini roundabout or Boralla should proceed towards Sangaraja roundabout and from there onwards enter Maradana Junction via Panchikavatta Road and proceed to Punchiboralla or Gamini roundabout. Police say that vehicles travelling from Maligavatta Road and passing Sangaraja Mavata will not be permitted to turn to Armour Street. The police went on to say that these vehicles could proceed to the main road through Kettarama and Babapulle Road and then through Grand Pass Mavata near Armour Street Police Station. It is good for us when we have to travel a long distance. We believe that this will be successful in the future. This is convenient for us. Usually there is traffic congestion, but we didn't see it today. We have to travel a bit more. We get caught in traffic and we have to travel an extra distance. This will cause a huge traffic congestion. We request that it be returned to normal. This will be successful. Traffic has been cleared.
Fishermen in Valachena staged a protest today demanding that the fuel concession be granted immediately. They point out that they had not received the fuel concession for over 5 months.
Members of the Valachene Multi-Day Fishing Vessel Owners Association who gathered at the Mohideen Juma Mosque in Valachene staged a protest march. The group arrived at the Valachene Fisheries Harbour and handed over a letter comprising of their request to the Assistant Director of the Department of Fisheries, the SLFB organizer of the Batiklo district and several others. They requested that the letter be handed over to the Minister of Fisheries. Meanwhile, the protesters also raised the objection to the behaviour of the manager of the Valachene Fisheries Harbour. When we asked them to grant the fuel concession immediately, they failed to do so. That is why we are protesting. We resorted to this action because the manager did not provide us with the fuel concession as instructed by the minister. All we need is the fuel concession. They threw away the letters. They say that they need instructions from the minister. At the recently held Newsfirst Gammadda program, Minister of Fisheries expressed the following view on the fuel concession that these fishermen are demanding for. I think the fishermen have not received this fuel concession for over 3 months. What is the reason for this? We have distributed the fuel concessions. This province has not received it for 3 months. It has been sent to the head office. You will receive it soon.
Meanwhile, it was revealed at a media briefing convened by the All Island Fisheries Federation that sufficient amount of relief had not been given to fishermen who were affected by the recent adverse weather conditions.
ආණ්ඩුවට කිසිම මොහොතකින් කිසිම ආකාරයට කිසිදු ලෙසකට මේකට අදාළ ගැළවීමක් නැහැ.
The government cannot shy away from this. They cannot waste time on the harm that was caused to the fisher community. The president appointed a commission. The president instructed the commission to submit a report.
ගැළවිච්චා හැමිච්චාවටම වඩා ලොකුයි කියන වගේ
Minister Mahinda Amaravira says that the reports note that neither he or the Department of Meteorology are at fault. The government or those responsible in the government are attempting to put the fault on the fishermen and slash the compensation that should be given to the fishermen.
ලබා දෙන්න තියෙන සහනය කප්පාදු කරන්න තමයි මේ ආණ්ඩුව දැන් මේ උත්සාහ කරන්නේ.
Farmers continue to face hardships due to the absence of a pension scheme. Assurance given that the fund will be reactivated and the pension scheme will commence.
විවිධ රජයන් බලයට පත් වුණාමේ විවිධ අමාත්‍යවරු
With the change in governments, various ministers have included persons who are not farmers into this scheme. This is a disaster. The president is formulating a plan to collect what is left of this fund and commence the farmer pension scheme once again in the near future. Will this promise to farmers be fulfilled?
President Mahinda Rajapaksa says that the government's policy is to distribute the benefits of development equally among all people in the country. The head of state made this remark when he met with a group of priests, including the caretaker of the Madhu Church in Mana, Reverend Father Emilius Pillai, this morning.
Priests from the Mana Catholic parish attended this meeting, which took place at the Presidential Secretariat. The President said that a majority of foreign aid had been directed to development programs of the North. The head of state had emphasized that development programs have not been divided based on ethnicities. The President's media unit said that the priests had commended the government on the massive development projects implemented in the North after a 3 decades-long war. The communique by the President's media unit adds that the reverends had commenced the measures taken to look into the grievances of people while developing infrastructure facilities.
Up next is Crime Watch.
The body of a woman was discovered in a well in the Agbopura area in Kantale. The victim has been identified as 30-year-old Champika Udayakanti. Champika, who tied the knot with Duminder Roshan on Monday, had taken up residence in this house the next day. She was reported missing yesterday and her lifeless body was found in a well close to the house last night. I have doubts over the mysterious death of my sister because at around 7:30 that night she called me and cried over the phone, saying that they were threatening her as the promised dowry was not given. We were to give the dowry after preparing everything. When Newsfirst made inquiries this evening, the police said that no arrests have been made. Meanwhile, the body of a woman was found inside a house in the Idalhengoda area in Konkarahena, which comes under the Katuwana Police Division. The deceased had been identified as 79-year-old Veerapulige Enso, who, according to our correspondent, lived alone. The magisterial inquiry was conducted this morning and the body has been placed at the Katuwana Hospital.
Reports have been emerging that parliamentarian Dayasri Jayasekara will contest for the upcoming provincial council elections under the UPFA ticket. Newsfirst conducted an opinion poll in this regard. Let's take a quick look at the results of the opinion poll carried out on www.newsfirst.lk. 61% says that Dayasri Jayasekara will in fact cross over to the government, while 39% says that he will not. Will Dayasri Jayasekara cross over? Yes or no? You too can be a part of this opinion poll. Simply log on to www.newsfirst.lk. Time now for the newspaper cartoon of the day.
University students staged a demonstration in Colombo urging for the release of the convener of the Inter-University Students Federation, who is currently in remand custody. The demonstration was organized in Colombo this afternoon.
Members of the Inter-University Students Federation staged the demonstration opposite the Fort Railway Station at 1 this afternoon. Stop this suppression. If the government thinks students' movements can be suppressed, they are wrong. We will move forward. If steps are not taken to address our issues, the Inter-University Students Federation will launch a struggle which will be more adverse than this in the future. After staging a demonstration for an hour and a half, the members of the IUSF dispersed.
The cabinet media briefing was held in Colombo today. Questions were raised on the expenditure the country will have to incur to host the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting 2013. Minister Kelly Rambukwala responded.
රටවල් ගණනාවක් ලොකු ප්‍රයත්නයක් දරනවා එවැනි.
Many countries work hard to bring such a conference to their country. However, if someone sees only the negative side of this, then they will question about the expenses that will be incurred. They will never ask about the benefits for the country. The estimates have not been made secretively. It will be revealed through cabinet papers. It has to be presented before Parliament as well. At this moment, we cannot speak about the expenses for each item. We estimate a cost of around 1.94 billion. This could increase or decrease.
Billion 1.940ක දාලා estimate එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒක වැඩි වෙන්නත් පුළුවන් අඩු වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. Have certain requirements when you have a event of such magnitude, right? It is very understood, and it is, sorry to say that, sometimes it is silly to ask about a vehicle because we are looking at 53 heads of state. So I mean, these are very obvious things, and nowhere in the world when it was held in any part of the world, they perhaps bring some luxury vehicles. Obviously we are bringing vehicles. That's what I told you. We are not trying to hide anything as such. Simply being placed.
It's not hiding. Why are you shy?
I'm not shy. That's what I said we are bringing. Because we don't expect the head of state to, use or discredit the country. In other words, we will not do that.